And welcome back, softball fans. We are in the second half of the second day, and that explains a little bit of an energy boost that we have here. We are over the mountain and working our way back, and, man, have we got a good one for you here. It is the number one team in Select Division I, Chapelle. The Chips lost a tough one last night to West Monroe, and we've got one that some would say was the number one in the nation. The Calvary Lady Cavs come into this off an 11-0 win this morning over Hahnville is who they played. And you'll get Chapelle tonight, Coach Scott O'Brien in that group. And this is a lot of points around there. Those that follow the power rankings and such as that, there's a lot of points to be had in this game, but a good measuring stick for folks. And lineup's going to be basically the same as the first. He told us Taylor Allen will lead off playing center field, and that is 2026 Pelican State All-Star Taylor Allen. You see that good hug by Coach O'Brien and Coach Tiffany Wood there. Very, very dear friends in there. Taylor Allen, recently a 2026 All-Star invitee. Cam DiMaggio will start and play shortstop. Mia Impastato, yes, another one of those invitees. Liv Nevels is there. Kelsey Schmidt will bat fifth. She plays right field. Bailey Hammer at second base. Ava Martinez, the sophomore, will get the start today against Calvary. Addie Robin there at third base, and Abby Capella behind the dish for Calvary. Can tell you it's going to be about the same as it always has been. Carly Guile will lead things off. Bryn Robinson will hit second and play right field. Bryn Robinson was our player of the game back in that Calvary game. She had a big one. And Calvary will be the home team. You see Kinsey Anderson making her way out, so let's make sure. Yep, we have that in there. Chapelle is the visitor. Calvary at home. Kinsey Anderson. Mallory Carver back behind the dish. At third base is Lauren Civils. Shortstop is Baylor Bachhaus. Second base, Carly Guile. Over at first is Amelia Bain. LB is there. Around the outfield, Abby Sims will be in left field. Reese Walker in center field. Right field is Bryn Robinson. And we told you the battery behind the dish, Mallory Carver. And in the circle, Kinsey Anderson. Number one versus number one in this one. And that one spun up and around and about and out of there. And we are ready to get this thing going. We'll lead things off here in the top of the first, and let's get all of this cleared out of there for them so everybody's not fussing at the scorekeeper, which is me in this particular case. First pitch scheduled for 3 o'clock, and first one comes in there 3:15, and Allen takes that one. Get ourselves set over here. That is a strike there. Getting settled in here. Game 4 of the day. Game 7 of the weekend. And we are rolling through this one. Kinsey Anderson rocks back and fires this one. Swung on and missed. And that's a ball and 2 strikes to Allen. Taylor Allen, the center fielder and leadoff hitter. Anderson rocks back and fires this one and fouled off and back out of play. Boy, that wind has absolutely died down out there. You see the American flag that is out a post off of center field was fully unfurled earlier in this one, and most of the day It is laying down at her side this time. The 1-2 offering will return up and out of the zone. Alan DiMaggio, Impastato, and Nevels due up here in the first. Curveball in there for strike two, and Taylor knew it as soon as she saw it curve back over. Take a look at it on your screen here. You'll see that ball just curve right in there. Check swing, and that is out number one. Strikeout number one for Kenzie Anderson. And that will bring that one missed off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. That's 2 batters in a row. She has started that way. This one misses as well. 11-0 over Hahnville this morning. They're battling Chapelle here, and Cam DiMaggio will step in. Ball and a strike, actually, to Cam. Trying to turn around and bunt that one, and I don't know if you don't just try to do that the entire way. Kenzie has a sub .5 ERA, depending what it looks like from last night. We'll try to get an idea. I bet we can go check that out for you now. That one lifted high. Baylor Bachhaus drifting back out. Bachhaus is going to have that. And they'll come in and clap hands, and that'll get everybody around. Let's see if we can get some stats, and we'll get you an update on that one fouled off as well. That one ground over to first base is going to be handled there, and that will retire the side. So 3 up and 3 down. Nothing across for Calvary, or for Chapelle in the top half of the first inning. 3 up and 3 down. We will go to the bottom of the first when we return. Back to work we go, bottom of the second. It will be Guile, Robinson, and Bachhaus due up. Landry Long has taken over the ERA leader, .51 for the freshman out of LaSalle. Kenzie Anderson at .52 after those 2 runs she gave up. And Patrick Taylor's Ashton Rogers there at .59. Malloy Miles at .70. My goodness. Some of the earned run averages that are in there and low. And we'll see what Ava Martinez has in the circle as the sophomore gets the start. And we go bottom of the first in this one. Carly Guile led things off with a home run. Her last game this morning, that was the 11 o'clock game. We'll keep an eye on what the rest of the day looks like for us. We know the 7 o'clock game is going to be Gina and Darbone Woods. Ground ball over to first base is handled there. And, boy, a tale of two at-bats for Carly. Back in the first inning, she took the count, got deep into it with a 2-1 count that she took over the fence. Here she's first pitch hacking, and the out is recorded there from Martinez. Martinez, the sophomore righty, with her biggest challenge of her high school career, we believe, spins that one, and it comes inside on Robinson. Robinson was our player of the game back in that first one. She had a pretty good game in there. We will get our post up here momentarily of Sophie DeMacus, who was our player of the game. She had a 3-run home run back in the first inning of that St. Fred win over Quitman. Was the difference maker as St. Fred's holds on to win 4-1. And that one, a ball and a strike to Bryn. Bryn pulls that one over. It's going to be a foot race that Bryn's going to win. Robinson just flies down the baseline, and that's an infield single. When you hit a ball to first base and you beat the first baseman over there, that is getting down the floor. Baylor Bachhaus will step in. Impostado had an opportunity at it. Baylor stands in and ready to swing here. Martinez rocks back and fires off the plate. No, that's just a delayed strike call. We'll have to listen in and make sure that we pay attention. That's what got us, I guess, off early on. Martinez fires this one. That one is up and out of the zone. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Baylor Bachhaus. Martinez, 1-1 offering, hammered down the line and foul, and that's a ball and 2 strikes. Well, that ball just jumps off the bat. That explains a lot of the home run. She's got so much torque getting there, and when that bat head comes through and gets onto the softball, it flies off. Martinez readies herself, rocks back and delivers the 1-2. That one's a little check swing number back to Martinez, and that'll be the out there. So good work by Martinez to get this out in front little nubber, trying to protect. Wanted to foul that off, did Bachhaus, but unable to do so as it went right back to the pitcher, Ava Martinez. And that'll bring Lauren Civils up. Lauren lifts this one over to right field. Schmidt giving chase and grabs that one, and we are through 1, and we are scoreless. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on after 1 complete. We're scoreless. We move to the top of the second. Due up for, well, they don't have it listed in there just yet, but, actually I have it for you. We'll get to that when we come back. We go to the second right after this. And we are back here. This game brought to you by DHT Specialties, as is the entire tournament. A lot of fine folks jumped in and helped get this going. Kenzie Anderson steps back in, and she will face off against the Chapelle number 4 hitter, Liv Nevels. Nevels we saw pitch in that first game. Anderson now deliver this one, fouled straight back, good, cut at it. But nothing in 2. Nothing in 2 quickly here off the plate, and that's ball 1. A couple of good games still remaining in this one after these 2. Swung and a miss, and down on strike she goes, and that is another one. Let's take a look at this Sabine State Bank strikeout again, and that will do it for Nevels in the leadoff spot. 5 o'clock game shows to be Chapelle and Quitman. So Chapelle will run it back-to-back. Quitman will look to rebound from their loss a moment ago. And Gina and Darbone will do battle to finish things out today. That one inside for strike 1. So far, the line on Kenzie Anderson, an inning and a third. No hits, 2 strikeouts. And Kelsey Schmidt will stand in. She gets a big swing there and misses that one, and it is nothing in 2. Cocks that arm, rocks back and delivers, does Anderson. Fouled straight back. Cloud cover that was missing during the bulk of the day has now made its way back over here, and that's just in time, as that 4 to 6:30 or so sun got on us yesterday. Schmidt 0 for 2, or 0 and 2 to Schmidt, her first appearance into this one, as we are just in the second. Swung on and missed, and down on strike she goes, and that is another Sabine State Bank strikeout. Strikeout number 4 by Anderson. And back-to-back strikeouts to lead things off here. Two down in the top of the second we play. Let's get that corrected. Anderson will fire this one back. Bailey Hammer swings at that one and misses. Infield in at the cut of the grass on the corners. Middle infielders are back at normal depth. And that is strike 2. Very efficient work. She's not missing out of the zone much in this one, is Anderson, and she will look to make quick work here of Chapelle in the top of the second. Rocks back, fires this one. Misses there, and a ball and 2 strikes, trying to get her to chase just a little bit. 24th pitch by Anderson, and she has been, again, we said that we use that word efficient. 1-2 offering here. Fouled straight back. And a good job of getting a piece of that one. Watch the way that fouls that one straight back off. We'll repeat the 1-2 offering here. Kenzie gets the sign, and she'll rock back and fire this one. Ground ball number over to the right side. She's going to have to field it herself. Does, but it's not in time and safe. And kind of a swinging bunt there, too, and just getting around on this one. And watch right out of the box, too. Kinsey finished off to the third base side of it. Has to come around there and fields her position well, but just hustling down the line was Bailey Hammer, and that's an infield single and a base hit. And Ava Martinez, the pitcher, trying to get things going. She'd like to help herself out here, but there's 2 outs, so she's going to have to get a hold of something here. Ball drops in for a strike, strike 1. First hit allowed by Anderson. That one misses low and rolls around. Swung through that one. That's a ball and 2 strikes. Crowd's kind of subdued from what it was last night. These folks have been at the ballpark a long time, but they're used to it. You've got some good teams playing together in this one. 1-2 offering. Swung on and missed. Strikes out the side. A base hit is sandwiched in between there, but that strikeout will get us to the break. We go to the bottom of the second. We're back. Bottom of the second we go. Scoreless in this one. Both pitchers, both defenses have been solid. You'd expect out of this, out of 2 number 1s that are doing battle here. Mallory Carver, the junior catcher for Calvary, will take over. Good-looking pitch inside by Martinez. Carver able to pull that one down the line and foul. Martinez quickly ahead, 0-2. That one off the plate. Trying to get Carver to chase something there, and a ball and 2 strikes. And Carver looks back down to third base coach's box for Coach Tiffany Wood. Gets a little instruction there, and we'll step back in. Martinez, just 13 pitches in. That one is hammered way back, and it is gone. So whatever that instruction was that she got from Coach Tiff, it certainly paid off. Carver continues to swing a hot bat. That one way back and gone to left field, and they race her around, and inside she goes. Let's take a look at it on our instant replay. Watch Carver get a hold of this one. Just leans back, fires that one away. Left fielder giving chase, but Cash unable to get after that one, and that is the first run of the board. And another $10, 2 home runs for Hope. In the name of St. Jude and 446 Sports, that one up and over the wall, 1-0. Ellie Duran will step in. Good-looking pitch from Martinez, and that is out number 1. Carver has been on fire lately. Carver was hitting .347 on the season. That is home run number 10 for her, so double-digit home runs for Carver now. And a ball and a strike to Duran. Ellie Duran, the eighth grader that is in there. J.C. Sledge hurt her hand and is in a cast for, I think, probably a couple of more weeks. Martinez rocks back and fires this one. It's going to be over to third, and Robin has it. Across the diamond she goes. Empastado has it. And that is out number 1. First out of the inning. And Bain will step in there. LB squares around to bunt. Takes that one, ball 1. Bottom of the second, we play. Just 1-0. That was that Mallory Carver home run. That one is left out there for strike 1. Cloud coverage going away, and you see the sun starting to poke out now. Martinez will rock back and fire this one, still trying to lay the bunt down and beat it out was LB, but now she's got herself in a 1-2 hole. Defensively for the Chips in left field, Cash, center field, Allen, right field, Schmidt, Robin at third, DiMaggio second, shortstop, Hammer at short, Empastado first in the battery, Martinez in the circle, and behind the dish is Abby Capella. Off the plate there, evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check swing kind of pulls through there. Empastado gloves it, and that will be an out at first base. That ground out will bring up center fielder. No, it doesn't. That's Abby Sims, left fielder. One of the 4 seniors, but senior starter Abby Sims. That one rolls down for ball 1. That one bounces around, ball 2. Calvary and Chapelle battle number 1s in S Division, or Select Division 3. Calvary leads this against Select Division 1, number 1, Chapelle. Three balls and no strikes to the senior left fielder, Abby Sims. Martinez rocks back and fires and throws that one right down the middle. as is the norm. Sims, good hitter's pitch here at 3 balls and a strike. Swung on, fouled that one back, and it's 3-2. 2-0, 3-2, or 3-1. That's good. Certainly good hitter's pitches. You think that the pitcher's got to come back and bring something to you, and that was the case. But Martinez able to get that one and holding Calvary to 1 run here in the bottom of the second. Ground ball over to third. His glove there across the diamond. They go in time, and that will retire the side. We'll take a look back at it one more time as we head to the break. Squares around the bunt, grabs that. Third across the diamond it goes. Impastato pulls it in there, and that will retire the side. Back to the top of the third when we return. Back to work we go, top of the third. Chips will make their way out trying to get something going against Anderson. Leading things off here is Robin. I called her a couple of things. I don't recall. One of these, look, I'll get it right half the time. That's the number one thing. Anderson fires this one down low, and that is ball 1. Turned into a warm, sunny afternoon. You don't see the little tents anymore, the blankets, any of those things. It is warmed up. You still see sleeves and jackets and such, but that's those folks who are going, gosh, should I take this off or leave it on? Because it is warming up nicely out there. Ball and a strike here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anderson gets the sign in. She says, hey, call this. This is what I want. So he's back, cocks that arm. The 1-2 offering on the way. Swung on and missed, and that's another Sabine State Bank strikeout. Kenzie back to rolling them up today. Fires that one through there, and it's one, you see that fastball coming, and you'd really like to get a hold of it, but before that, it's by you and into the glove of Mallory Carver. That is strikeout number 5 on the day. Abby Capella will step in. She is the catcher for Coach O'Brien and the Chips. Good-looking pitch at the knees. 0-2 now to Capella. This is just, and this is a generational team right here. This Calvary they won 5 in a row. May very well be their best team out of all of them. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes she goes, and that is back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson. Another Sabine State Bank strikeout. Out number 2 here in the top of the third. I love the work Ava Martinez has done holding Calvary just to the 1 run. This will be Taylor Allen, her second opportunity to see the senior headed to Georgia when her playing career is over. Ground ball over to first base. Little flip from Bain over to Guile, who is covering, and that will retire the side, and we'll let that take us home. Moving on to the bottom of the third, we go 9-1-2 due up for Calvary in this one. Reese Walker, the center fielder, ahead of Guile and Robinson. 9-1-2 set to hit. Ava Martinez has spun a pretty good game in this one, allowed only the home run to Carver. A lot of people have done that this year. She's got 10 on the season. That ball is low for ball 1. Oh, they called it a strike, did they? I didn't see that. There you have it. Martinez and the Chips in a 1-run game here with Calvary. Quickly 0-2 on the Lady Cavs center fielder. Very impressed with the work of Martinez to make her way through this very hard-hitting lineup. But Martinez has been equally as impressive. Outside corner and a good take by Walker there. And it's ball 1. Martinez rocks back, fires this one. One misses low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Walker, pretty good at bat here. Lifts that one high and fouling out near the playground once again. Watch out, little kid. That one rolls around and back towards field 3. As if that gives you a point of reference. Anyway, the field to the left is where it was at. We're on field 4. Martinez now will repeat the 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed and down on strikes, and that's a good piece of pitching by Ava Martinez to get the strikeout here of Walker, and that's a Sabine State Bank strikeout. Back to the top of the Lady Cavs line up. Carly Guile. Carly watches out on the outside. Ball one. Martinez, second trip through the lineup. We'll see if it makes some kind of a difference. She has handcuffed this lineup short for the one hit. You're not going to keep them off the board the entire game by any means. 2 balls and no strikes. But one trip through the lineup and just the one run. Just got to score some runs off of Kenzie Anderson. But, oh, yeah, therein lies the problem. 2 balls and 1 strike. Been a great tournament up here. We are still have good softball for you to go. Game 4 of 6 today. That one lifted high. Giving chase there is Bailey Hammer at second base. She drifts all the way back in front of Schmidt, who is in right field, but secures that one for out number 2, and just a high fly ball out for Guile. Bren Robinson was our player of the game in that 11 o'clock game this morning. Martinez now with the delivery there off the plate. Bren does a good job of allowing that. Wasn't the one she wanted, and it ended up staying off the plate. We have seen Bren be able to go that side with it, but she didn't like it. Ava is going to have another opportunity here. A little flip over. You got to be quick to get Robinson, and that's the second infield single like that she's got. Just a pitch back to the pitcher, or a hit back to the pitcher, and Robinson chases it down. She has had a pretty good game today altogether. And all that does is bring up Baylor Bachhaus. And Coach Greg Frazier going out to talk about something, not certain what it is, but he's going to prompt the field official to go and have a conversation there at home. We'll get an idea on this between ball games when that group comes back upstairs here. Two down for sophomore sensation Baylor Bachhaus. Bachhaus stands there, 17 home runs on the season now. Martinez fires this one down low and away, and that's going to have Robinson off. And don't even concern yourself. If you bobble it around, Robinson is going to be at the next base. I don't care if it's second or third. She will be there. That one down low and out of play for ball one. Martinez, 2 outs, would like to end this threat right here. Rocks back and fires that one off the plate for ball 2. First base open. I don't think you mind too much pitching away from Bachhaus. She crowds. She gets up on that plate, though, and she's got such good plate coverage there. You've got to get it outside to stay away from her. That's what happens. She covers that side of it. You try to push her away, and she can drive it the other way. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count now to Bachhaus. They'll switch softballs on them. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down, bottom of the third. We play 1-0. Calvary leads this one. It was a Mallory Carver home run that made the difference. Baylor fouls that off the ground in front of her and up before she got out of the box. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun getting high in this Jonesboro sky. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bachhaus sends that one into the gap on a line. It's going to bounce off the base of the wall, and that is an RBI single for Baylor Bachhaus. Lauren Civils will step in. It's good to visit with Lauren up in the press box. They came up here a little earlier. Lauren lifts that one high. Lauren lifts that one back, way back, and it is gone. Lauren Civils, the 2-run bomb. Civils will bring herself and Baylor Bachhaus around. She told us she was in a little bit of a slump. She is no more. 2 home runs last night, and flat launches that one. Goodness gracious. Let's take a look at it one more time. Watch the launch angle of that one, and she just flies it in a pure no-doubter. There was no wind blowing whatsoever. Goes up and hammers that one. And it is 4-0. They're going to get mad at me for not having the right score up there earlier, but that's all right. They take half my money away, which I got paid 0, so there you have it. 4-0. Calvary leads this one. Big fly from Civils. So now I'm going to catch half of those that say, wait a minute, it wasn't a 3-run home run. I know it wasn't, but I had only 1 run up there. So 4-0. Off the plate, and that one is ball 2. You just see the power of Civils. And we'll look at it again, how far that ball, and I mean, it was absolutely no doubt about it. Martinez fires this one, and that is ball 4. 4-pitch walk following the Civils home run. And you're going to get a runner for Carver. Carver, the catcher. And Simmons will make her way in. And this is Ellie Duran. Duran, the 8th grader in the order. That one lifted high and down the line, giving chase, but I think they get trapped on a couple of different places with that dugout and then with the trees over here where we can't see it, but I'll take the aesthetics over being able to see on a couple of plays today. That one a long fly ball foul. And Duran down 0-1. Martinez needs to keep it right here and give the Chips an opportunity to get some runs up in the 4th maybe. That one in there for strike 2. You look the other side of it, though. Anderson allowing about half a run a game over 7 innings, and you'd think the 4 spot's pretty good for him. But this is number 1, Chapelle. Ground ball over to third is gathered in by Robin, and across the diamond it goes. But the damage was done. It was that 2-run home run, and that will take us to the break. Back to work we go in the top of the fourth inning. Lead things off here. That is Cam DiMaggio that will step in. Her second appearance in this one. Kenzie Anderson back for her fourth inning of work. That one fouled back and deep by DiMaggio. That one lifted high and back. Reese Walker's got it right at the edge of the fence, and that is a long fly ball out for DiMaggio. And that will bring Mia Impastato to the plate. Impastato again fouls this one, a little behind on it, kind of inside out swing there from Impastato. Four to 1, Calvary leads this in the top of the fourth inning. Wind starting to go right to left now, and another good pitch. Boy, this is a good battle between Anderson and Impastato. Of course, Mia Impastato received her invitation earlier today to play in our 2026 Pelican State Rising Stars All-Star Softball Games. Got to come up with a shorter name next year for it than that, because that's a mouthful to say each time. Needless to say, Mia Impastato, one of those out of the North Shore, swung on and missed and down on strikes. And Kenzie Anderson doing just Kenzie Anderson things today. You'll see this Sabine State Bank strikeout of Impastato, and that is out number 2. That will bring Liv Nevels to the plate. Nevels was the pitcher in the game that we saw last night. Did a good job in that game. Battle against West Monroe. West Monroe came out on top. Anderson held on to that one, and it's up and out of the zone back to the fence. I don't think she wanted to get Mallory too comfortable back there behind the dish, so she chunked one back to the fence just to get her up and about. Now, these two have worked together for a number of years. What is this? I guess year 6 or 7 that they've worked together. Year 6. Anderson rocks back, pops this one up, giving chase over to first base, and having that one is LB. She will have it, and that will retire the side. So nothing across for the Chips in the top of the 4th. We will head to the bottom of the 4th. Again, big shout out to our friends at DHT Specialties LLC. Rachel Shively has been a part of this. Paradise Funeral Homes in on this, as well as our friends at Pardue Builders Supply. Have you checked out PardueBuilders.com? Make sure that you do that. Proud supporters of what we do here at 446 Sports. Couldn't do it without any of those folks, and we'll be back right after this on 446 Sports. Seven, 8, 9, 2 up for Calvary in the bottom half of the 4th. Bain, Sims, and Walker. Bain, all three 0 for 1 on the day. Ava Martinez has pitched a really good ball game in this. Squaring around to bunt and laying that one down, but Martinez is going to have it across and out for out number 1. Let's take a look back at the work in the circle by Martinez. Watch her fire off of it and just come up the right. He throws over to first in time for the out, and that's out number 1. Bain goes for 0 for 2 for the day. Sims. And just unsure of what all is going on up here in the press box, but I have nothing for it. I'm just going to turn back around and watch the game. I don't know if it's the ice or the slippers that gets me the most back there, but having a lot of fun up here in the press box. Great to be in Jonesboro for the Quitman tournament. You can see they're starting to try to bunt with the bottom part of this order. And that's one thing that we have seen Coach Tiff do a lot, trying to just get something sparked. She will start laying down those bunts, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, it doesn't matter. Anybody is going to be up there and called on to do it. Sims with the ground ball to center field. Gets her on to first. That one bunted, going to stay back behind the dish, and Chapelle comes out of there and nearly trips over a hustling Roban that comes in from third base, and that is a ball and 2 strikes. Reese Walker back in there. Martinez rocks back, fires this one, and it is poked over the left side and over the head of Coach Tiff at third base and falls harmlessly foul. Knees given out on our cameraman, and he says, I'm sitting down in this one. I told him should have done that last night, but what do you do? 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down. We play in the bottom of the 4th. Game has been an hour in, kind of dragging along in this one. Up and out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And look, you never even know that it was, well, you do. Martinez now settles in the 2-2 offering once again. That is a ground ball to short. A little flip to second. Turned around, not in time, but a good-looking work there out in the middle of the infield. As DiMaggio, you'll see her field this one. A little flip. Tries to turn there on the inside, but Hammer unable to get it across to Epistato. But it is a fielder's choice and 2 down. And Carly Guile will step in. Carly Guile rips that one over. Is handled just the same. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. Held scoreless again here. We'll let that little ground out take us to the break. We'll be back top of the 5th right after this. Back for the top of the 5th inning. This tournament brought to you by DHT Specialties LLC, and they are proud sponsors of our Calvary games today. So double dipping on there, and we appreciate that. Of course, the LV5K Foundation. Leading things off here is Kelsey Schmidt. She is 0 for 1 on the day. Schmidt, Hammer, and Martinez due up, and they need to get something going here in the 5th. Trying to keep this thing close. Oh, good looking. Gosh, dog, it got Carver there. Looks like it bounced up and got her in the stomach. She's just as vital a piece of this as anybody in, and got her just under the chest protector in the stomach. And Carver will shake it off and get back in there. They'll give her, normally they give her an opportunity to catch one, but they won't here. Get right back into it. Nothing in 1 the count here to Schmidt. Chases one out off the plate, and it's quickly 0-2. Well, that ball just looks so good as it's coming in there, and you've got to make your mind up on it from Kinsey so quickly. Cocks that arm, rocks back, 0-2. Fouled back and out of play. And we'll repeat the 2-strike offering. Not a lot of excitement around the ballpark. It's very quiet I guess folks are settled into their zone, just watching some good softball here. 0-2 to Schmidt. Fires this one inside half, and down on strike she goes. And that is strikeout number 8 for Anderson. You can look at it here. The Sabine State Bank strikeout. Inside corner, she had worked away. Comes back inside, and boy, that's just such a tough pitch. After you're looking out over the plate to get jammed inside on one is tough. You've got to have quick hands and be ready to go on turn on that one, and that's near impossible. Swung through that one in strike one. Taking a look at the line score on Kinsey today. Just 53 pitches thrown in this game, and she's got 8 strikeouts, the 1 hit. No runs, of course. You see that on the scoreboard. That strike 2 is in there. Nothing in 2 here. 1 out. Rocks back, fires this one, chases that one foul off and out of play. Quitman and Chapelle getting set to play the 5 o'clock game, and then Gina and Darbone. The first time that we've seen those two in this tournament today. Down on strikes she goes, and that is another Sabine State Bank strikeout. That is number 9 off the right arm of Kinsey Anderson. And both outs this inning have been via the punch out. And that will bring Ava Martinez to the plate. Martinez 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Kinsey just seeming to get stronger and stronger as she goes along, which has been what we've seen out of her. That one just tails across the plate for a called strike 1, and 1 ball and 1 strike to Martinez. Martinez, though, holding Calvary just to the 4 runs. Big fly from Civils did some damage there. The 1-1 offering from Anderson swung on and missed, and that is a ball and 2 strikes. And Kinsey very close to doing what she's done a number of times in her career, and that is striking out the side. Martinez would like to fight that off. The 1-2 pitch comes in, swung on and missed, and Sabine State Bank strikeout number 10, double-digit strikeouts for Kinsey Anderson, and she is rolling into the bottom of the 5th. Lady Cavs up 4-0 when we come back. Bottom of the fifth, we play Bryn Robinson, Baylor Bachhaus, Lauren Civils due up in the fifth. Robinson 2 for 2 on the day, has 2 infield singles back to Martinez, the pitcher. She just hammers it on the ground. It takes off running. This time it goes to the left side, coming across, making a beautiful play over there at shortstop. And first time that Robinson is retired. But goodness gracious, what a big play. And let's take a look at that one again. You'll see they've got her shaded a little bit to pull to the left. And that was just one quick gather in from DiMaggio, and she fires it across to Impostado, and Baylor Bachhaus will step in with 1 out. Oh, good off speed, and Baylor was swinging out of her heels that time. Baylor down 0-1 here. 4-0, Calvary leads this one over top-ranked Chapelle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Top ranked in Division I Select. Calvary, of course, top ranked in some publications in the nation. Between them and Orange Beach. Ground ball. But until these teams are playing each other, I don't know. Now, they did play Bryant, Arkansas earlier, and Bentonville, Arkansas as well. They have won 27, 28 games this season against no defeats. Only two undefeated teams, Vanderbilt, Catholic, and Calvary. That one out and off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And they shy away from no competition. Had a big battle with North DeSoto earlier this week. Opened that up later in the game. Martinez rocks back and fires this to Bachhaus. Bachhaus a ground ball over once again to DiMaggio across the field to Impostado, and it's 2 up and 2 down, and Lauren Civils will find her way back into the box. Ava Martinez has been extremely, extremely impressive in this one. And Civils, who flat launched one out to the buses an inning ago, or a couple innings ago, stands back in. That one inside and off the plate, ball 1. Again, Lauren said she was in a slump until last night, seeing the ball well, and that is her 3rd base hit of the game. Lauren continues to do big things, and this one she just powered over the infield. You see it drop in there. That'll put Civils at first base. Civils 2 for 3, 2 RBI, the big home run that she had. And this will be Mallory Carver. Mallory took that softball to the abdomen a little bit earlier, and good to see that she is up and back and about. Two balls, no strikes to Carver as that one is off the plate. Watching a pretty good one between 2 teams that will make their way down to Frash Park, you have to believe. That one in there for the strike. 2 balls and a strike. Calvary looking to make their 6th straight state championship a reality. Chapelle, perennial Frash dwellers. Misses inside. 3 balls and a strike. Looking for building supplies? Check out Pardue Builders. They're on Hudson in Jonesboro. Also, when you're thinking about clerk of court, think about Rachel Shively and her support of the community. And Jackson Parrish, longtime employee there. Clerk of Court, DHT Specialties. And don't forget about Paradise Funeral Homes. That one lifted foul and back and out of play. And this is J.C. Freed that steps in. Freed will be pinch hitting here for Ellie Duran. So Freed will stand in with 2 outs. Takes that one high and up and away, and that's a ball and a strike. Good pinch hit, base hit. That's going to get to the wall. 1 run is going to score. JC's got herself a 2 RBI double coming off of the bench, and that's big time work for J.C. Freed. And that is 6-0 in this game, and that gets you down to LB, Amelia Bain, first baseman for Calvary. Starting to chip away at some things here. 6-0 now in this one. They win 11-0 over Hahnville this morning. That one is slapped over towards the on-deck circle where Sims is. Strike 1. Pushed back, foul. Boy, what a good piece of hitting by J.C. Freed to come in there and get that pinch hit 2-run double. Still a lot of good softball to go before we are done in Jonesboro, Jackson Parish. That one misses, ball 1. Ball and 2 strikes to Bain. That one ground ball up the middle. Going to be handled there, but unable to do anything with it is Martinez. Kind of hit off of her backhand side, and that'll get runners to first and third now as Abby Sims, the senior, comes up. She's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. We'll see what Sims is able to do here. If you're Martinez, you have to get out of this thing right here. You cannot let the top of the lineup get up there and Calvary continue to do things and score runs this inning. Time is called, and Sims steps out. Bryn Robinson, 2 for 3 on the day. Baylor Bachhaus, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Lauren Sivils, 2 for 3, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored in that home run. And this is a ground ball over towards shortstop. She has been good all day, has DiMaggio, and DiMaggio finishes things off there. A couple of runs picked up on that J.C. Freed 2 RBI double. That'll get us to the 6th inning when we come back. Away we go to the 6th inning. Calvary leads this one 6-0. Due up for Chapelle in the top of the 6th. Check swing there. And nothing doing as that one is fouled back into the wall by Robban, Capella, and Allen. Due up here, so 8-9-1 to come for the Chips. Chips lost a tough one to West Monroe last night. Back and forth ball game. And behind in this one 6-0. So they have certainly faced some solid competition on their trip up from the North Shore here. '65th pitch across from Kinsey Anderson. She rocks back and fires this one and just, boy, screwballs that one in, but fouled off by Robban, and she did a good job of fighting that pitch off. One ball and 2 balls, 2 strikes to Robban here. Swung on and missed, and down on strike she goes, and that is strikeout number 11 on the day. Sabine State strikeout. Appreciate our friends at Sabine State Bank for all that they do. Abby Capella, step in catcher for Coach O'Brien and the Chips. You know, we talked to Coach Tiffany Wood, about the pitching that Kinsey does and about how many games she throws. But you take a look at it, we've seen her complete games at 50 or 60 pitches when some girls are out there throwing 120, 130 and coming back again. So she makes quick work. She doesn't walk many people, if any, and doesn't give up many hits. So you're facing not many batters at all. Swung on and missed, and Capella down on strikeout number 12. And we'll see it right here from Kinsey. Goes up and gets her another one. And that's 2 down. 12 strikeouts now to 1 base hit, no walks. And that's the ratio that you look at, 12 strikeouts to innings pitched. So she's averaging a little over 2 an inning because she's not quite made it to 6 innings just yet. So a fraction over 2 an inning. And Taylor Allen will step in. Taylor lifts that one high. Reese Walker is going to camp out under it in center field, and that's how the 6th inning ends for Chapelle. We will play on in the bottom of the 6th when we come back. Reese Walker set to lead things off for Calvary in the bottom half of the sixth. It is a tire discount center pitching change. Liv Nevels will come in relief of Ava Martinez, and Nevels will find herself in the circle. Really good game pitched by Liv Nevels, or by Ava Martinez. 5 innings, 1 strikeout, gave up the 6 runs, 9 hits scattered over 6 innings, but that's to a very hard-hitting Calvary team, and a lot of teams don't make into the extra innings with them. That one up and out of the zone for ball 1. So 9-1-2, Walker, Guile, and Robinson. That one twists around and misses out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Nevels rocks back, fires this one. It is launched out into the gap. Going to bounce off of the wall, and hustling in is Reese Walker for a stand-up double to lead things off. Yes. Beignets coming up from down below. Got to love that. Well, you can't beat fun at the old ballpark. Carly Guile will step in now. Takes that one, ball 1. That one misses out. Walker not going anywhere, ball and a strike. Gotta love them bringing up beignets, and man, I'm telling you, messy over there. Outer half misses, no good. 2 balls and a strike. Carly Guile had a leadoff home run. No, was that this morning? Was it yesterday? No, it wasn't yesterday. Clearly it wasn't. It had to be this morning. He's got this one going to go out into right field. Diving catch is made there. Tagging in will make their way. And you got a double play. Said they left early from second base and thought that it was dropped. Did Walker, and so she never checked up, and that is a double play. Boy, that's a big save for Liv Nevels there to get that double play, and Bryn Robinson will step in. And Reese had never thought that the ball was going to be caught. Tremendous work out in right field that started all of that by Schmidt. Schmidt comes up and makes that play. We'll cut that up for you tonight, but that is a tremendous double play to keep it right where it was at. That one up and out of the zone, ball 1. Same place, same result, 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, had that ball not been caught by Schmidt, that would have been devastating. She comes up, makes that grab, and it shuts down Calvary. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th, but a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Correction, 3-1 the count. And that is ball 4, and Baylor Bachhaus will come in as Bryn Robinson reaches again. And so the double play kept there from being the opportunity for some serious no-out damage. You have to go through the heart of this order here, too, and the Chips doing what they can to try to get on into the 7th. Calvary looking to close it out, but there's a lot of work to do in order for that to happen. That change-up is in there, and it is quickly strike 2 to Bachhaus. Bachhaus 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Neville's pitch outside, near pitch out and sliding in. safely is Robinson, and she's got another stolen base. She's racking them up today. That one lifted high. That one lifted back, and that is another Baylor Bachhaus bomb. Baylor got a hold to that one and drove it to the right side of that American flag that is out in center field, and the Mad Dash is home. Baylor Bachhaus has another one. Let's take a look at it again. Another Baylor bomb goes out. This time it's to right center. And that, what could have been, Lauren Civils will step in. Clears the bases off. And so let's look at the day that Bachhaus has had. 2 for 4, 3 RBI. Civils pounds that one back down into the ground, and that's strike one. Nevels fires this one. That one is launched down the right field line, but giving chase into right field and unable to come up with it there. Civils looked like she was going opposite field with it, but I think she just missed that one, fouled it off. Nevels will do what she can. That's by my count home run number 18 and number 19 on the season. Baylor had 25 a season ago. That one outside and off the plate, ball one. No runs in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 more in the fifth, and now 2 here in the sixth. Have got it to an 8-0 lead for Calvary. Civils way out in front. That's coming right back where we're at. It may go on the awning and bounce up here, and it does. And boy, if it's over a little bit, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those things, it comes up in here, and we got ourselves a softball. Of course, there's a whole box of them over there, so we don't need one, but you get the point. 1 ball and 2 strikes again. That one off the plate and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First inning and fourth inning, the only innings that Calvary has not put up any runs in this one. Lauren does a good job of going down and getting that one. That one lifted way back. Lauren off the base of the wall. And Lauren's going to hustle in for a double, and she is flat killing the softball today. You see that one go off the base of the wall. No wind whatsoever, so no help on it at all. Still 2 down in this inning. That gets Lauren to second base and will bring Mallory Carver to the plate. Carver swings through that one. Civils now 3 for 4 on the day, 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Carver. That one misses off the plate. Carver has already homered in the tournament. Another one here would end the game and the day. Carver has homered in this game, as a matter of fact. That one misses low, 3 balls and a strike. J.C. Freed would be next. Remember, J.C. came in and had an RBI double, 2 RBI double. Swung on and missed from Carver, and that fills the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carver slaps that one down the line and going to hold Civils up at third as a tremendous throw coming in and good-looking play out in left field from Cash, and not wanting to test that arm. And that will put runners at first and third, so you'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher. And runners at first and third, the potential game-ending run over there at second base. And Freed will step back in to have her another go at it. 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors for Calvary. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Archbishop Chapelle. That one misses inside for ball 1. Bottom of the 6th here. Next game set to go at 5 o'clock. Won't make that. But at least we're not an hour behind like that other field. 2-1, or correction, 2-0 count here. That one misses off down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Had the middle of the plate, but was just low. LB would be next. Nevels fires this 3-0 pitch in there, and it is in there for strike 1. A little bit of a delayed call, but that's been the norm in this one. 4 down when this one concludes and 2 to go. That one fouled straight back, and Nevels has fought all the way back to tie this thing up. Or filled it up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Smoked over to third where it's gathered in. What a play that is. That will retire the side, but a couple of more runs come across. Nifty play at third base for Chapelle by Roban. She's got it, and that will take us home. Back to work we go in the top of the 7th. Kinsey Anderson back to work, her 7th inning here. Been a masterful one against the number 1 ranked team in Select Division 1, the Chips of Chapelle. 12 strikeouts, 1 hit, no earned runs, no runs at all, no walks. 12 strikeouts to no walks. That's a pretty good ratio for you there over 6 innings. Cam DiMaggio, shortstop for Chapelle, will step in. That one misses on her 73rd pitch of the game. Quitman and that one fouled back. What did we say? Quitman and who was playing next? I'll go back to the to the board. Starting to run together on us here. Chapelle and Quitman. So Chapelle plays right back in this one. Chapelle staring down an 0 for 2 start to this tournament after losing to West Monroe last night. Ground ball up to Bachhaus across the diamond. Good dig over there by Bain at first base. My goodness, Bachhaus was off on the throw, but Bain says, don't worry about it. I got you. One down here. And that will bring Mia Impostado to the plate. Impostado, you heard me. I'm proud I know it. I better know it. She's one of our 2026 All-Stars that's going to come in and play. Mia Impostado 0 for 2. The only base hit in this, Bailey Hammer. So Chapelle the game last night with West Monroe and picked up a couple of games today. They'll get into the North Shore late tonight. We'll get home around the same time they will, and they're going a little further than us. Little dink base hit. Boy, good job by Impostado of hitting that one where it was pitched, and that's the second base hit allowed today. Only the second base runner for Chapelle. And Liv Nevels will step in. You just want to get a little momentum in this, too. Do you think you chip back and win this thing? Like the Magic 8-Ball said, all signs point to no. But it's softball, and you've got to go out there and get after it. And it's a good measuring point for you. One down, 0-1 to Nevels. Ground ball right up the middle. Boy, that luckily kind of died on her coming off the bat. If not, that was on a beeline towards Kenzie Anderson there, and was able to fight it off and no issues. And she finished that off herself, but 2 down now gets the runner over to second base. And Schmidt will step in. Got a runner going out second for him. That's a Larille. I'm not going to force it. Good-looking strike in there. Anderson now at 81 pitches looking to finish this thing off. That one lifted high and down the line towards Robinson. Robinson's going to squeeze it, and that will be the ball game. Final score in this one, Calvary 8, Chapelle 0. This one in the book, Chapelle will face Quitman back-to-back right after this. That marks the end of the tournament. Them, congratulations to Lauren Sivils. Lauren Sivils is our player of the game in this one. Sivils goes 3 for 4 on the night, 2 RBI.